Hello! What I'm going to try to do today is removing these folding propellers because I need to replace the oil and the seawater seal. So there's two seals in here. One to keep the seawater out and the other one to keep the oil in. The port side sail drive is leaking a little bit. It's not much, but there is seawater coming in, so I need to address that. And I also need to replace a few of these, the zinc anodes. They're gone a little bit. The big one here, I don't have these, but these I have. And then we have this. For some reason the previous owner thought it not necessary to place back these rubber flaps to protect this cavity against stuff growing inside. I ordered these in the Netherlands, already had them when we came to Tunisia. So we're gonna glue those on. The only thing that I'm worried about is that they maybe don't stick that well. I've seen it with the guys of Lady Africa who have the same boat as we have. They put new rubber flaps on and they were just coming off at a certain moment. So let's see what these things do. Again, this is not a tutorial, this is just me trying to do things. There's no play whatsoever in both sail drives, so I don't need to replace the bearings, which is very nice. By the way, it is over 30 degrees Celsius over here on a hot boatyard. No, not much shade. We are absolutely at the wrong time of the year over here, but not much choice. And the positive thing is there's not many boats around. So not too many boats that keep the little wind that there is away. And less noise, less dust. Is good. So first thing I need to do is remove these hexagon bolts. I hope they come loose easily. There's some beasties in it. By the way, there was copper anti-fouling all over the place here, which I think is not okay. But hey, I'm an amateur, so I don't know. And there was even copper anti-fouling on the anodes. Oh, that goes easy. I'm always afraid with this kind of work that I break something. So this is a surprise. Nice surprise. Oh yes. So it's not fixed to the shaft with these bolts. These two bolts just keep these pins in place on which the blades are pivoting. So I need to take those out and then I can remove the blades. And underneath the blades there is the nut with which the propeller is connected to the shaft. So let's see how easy this is. Oh, supple, nice. See, this is where the bolt connects with the pin, so it can't go anywhere. Actually, this goes easier than I thought, because this has been underwater for a few years. Nice. And there are the bolt and the nut to disconnect this from the shaft. It looks messy, so I need to clean it up first. You need to tap this thing away. Socket 13. Oh. Socket 24. And it just fits in between the nut and the wall. see nothing much left from the anodes, which is a good thing because they prevent the harder materials, the harder metals to corrode. When you have different metals, like we have a bronze propeller, these things are bronze as far as I can see. Then there is the steel shaft, steel bolts, nuts. I think here's some steel or aluminium, the sail drive, I don't even know. And when there's different metals close to each other, dipped in seawater, because on the water of course you get electrical currents, and very much simplified, the seawater works like copper cables. So the current is going from one harder metal to another harder metal, because of which you get corrosion. Now what these things do is, because it's a very soft metal, these currents eat up this instead of the harder metals. So that's what these are for. I had to come up with something to keep that shaft from rotating. So I hope this is enough. Not strong enough. The other one just went well. So I'm gonna try this one the same way. I put some WD-40 in it, went for lunch, came back, and the other one just came off. So I'm gonna try this too. Yes, second one. Strange nut, strange nut. There's probably a reason behind it, but don't ask me what. So I guess this should be it then. Oh yes. Whew. It's even easy. There's a few bolts over here, so I first need to clean it up. Looks like 4 bolts, 4 hexagon bolts. It's always good to really clean out those hexagons, because otherwise your hexagon wrench, whatever you want to call it, doesn't fit enough in the hole, and then you can just ruin or your boat or your tool. I try to keep these anodes in one piece because I don't have new ones. The previous owner painted over this, so I didn't even see that this was an anode, so I don't have one. It surprises me that all these bolts come out quite easily. I love easy. So let's try this one too very carefully. The other one came off quite easily. And just, it's coming, it's coming. I hope it stays in one piece. Yes, and then I think it's only these 2 bolts to get this off, after which I can pull the shaft. But it's still full of oil, so I first need to get the oil out. The first oil, this is from the leaking sail drive. As you can see, it's a little bit milky, but it's still transparent, so it's not that bad. It goes very slowly because actually I need to open the gearbox upstairs, but there's so much stuff in the way that I thought, let's just try it like this. So it takes a little longer. Well, by now there is no doubt that this is not good. It's clear that there's quite a lot of water in the oil. And now the last phase. I'm so happy all these bolts come out so easily. Let's see if we can get this off. It's coming. And there we go. Always keep this underneath, because there's always a residue of oil in it, because for some stupid reason the oil screw is not the lowest point. I'll show you how it looks like. See? So this one comes out easily. This looks good. Transparent oil. So it was just the seals at the other side that were leaking, and this one is fine. I'm going to replace the seals anyway, but it's good to see that this is perfect.
Dat had met de staalborstel nooit gegaan.
Hey. Next job is to open up this. There's 5 bolts over here, and then remove the seals to replace them with the new ones. As you can see, this is the old anode. I got new ones by now. I need to change it a little bit because they're not totally the same. The height is there's some I'll show you later. Whatever. Put this on for now. I don't have a vise, so it's a little bit more difficult than if you have a vise. So let's see how this looks. This is where the seals touch, and it looks very good. No scratches, nothing. This looks like new. As far as we could see in the papers that we found in the boat when we bought it, these engines and probably also the sail drives haven't run that much. We know there are some owners that only lived on the boat actually and didn't really use it as a boat, so that's a positive thing. So this looks very good. And these are the seals, 2 of them. But yeah, this was already the good one, so I didn't expect any problems over here. This is hardened out grease. I thought that was just another part. Oh wait, see, there's a little groove in it. Didn't see that. So what I know by now is that you should do something with the shims so that the seals will touch on another part of this surface. Bearings are very good, no play at all. Didn't expect it anyway, so that's nice too. So let's get the seals out. Not gonna work. That's one, and there goes number 2. As you can see, these seals were in like this, one with the lip outside and one with the lip inside. One to keep the oil in, one to keep the seawater out. And these are the sims. Oh, there's one sim actually. So I need to place this in another spot so that the new seals will not touch the grooves. Oh, and by the way, these are the seals that prevent the seawater entering into the housing at the outside. I also have new ones for these. New seals, same size. These are the same seals, but you have to watch out how you fit them, because this is the lip of the seal. You see it has a metal spring around it to keep it tight on the shaft, and you need to put the lip at the side where the fluid is, seawater or oil. So the seawater is coming in from that side, so I need to put it in like this, then the shim, and then this one with the lip towards the oil. Gonna put a little grease on it, quite a lot of grease, just so it slides in easier. This is quite hard material, by the way. No need for special tools, it goes in easily. Then the shim. No need to overdo this. And then with the lip this way for the oil. And that's it actually. Some little things. This is going to be oil bath, including the bearing, so don't put grease in the bearing. And then you need to watch out very carefully when you put the shaft into the seals. Look, there's a kind of conical part here, but this rim is very sharp, so very carefully let it go down in the seals centered, so that this is not going to ruin your seals. So it will be centered anyway here, so not a problem. Now I need to put the bolts back in, and that's it. Then the new outer seals. They go in easy. Always be careful with seals, because you can easily damage them. Oh, by the way, I had put a plastic bag around this when this was open, because you always have to watch out that dust and animals or whatever don't come in. That's strange, I feel a very light electrical current over here. Not good. Also check this, because the two big seals are closing off this with the outer world. A little bit of grease, so it slides in easily. Not too much, not necessary. So here's the thing. This fits into the needle bearing you see over there in the hole. You can't really see it's a needle bearing, but trust me, it's a needle bearing. So again, this is oil bath stuff, so no need to grease it, just to slide it in, and that's it. The big one on top, and then very carefully again, after checking there's no sand or whatever in it. Turn this to let the two gears fall into each other, the teeth, and then that's it. Perfect. Alright, next problem. Did I hear somebody shout, "It is not a problem, it's a challenge"? No, it is not a challenge, it's a problem. That needs a solution from me. Because they're exactly the same except for this. Ooh. So I've taken apart the other one now, and this is clearly the one with water. You can see water everywhere. So this is the bad one. Now there is a groove here, so maybe that's the problem. So I need to move the shim from the middle to the end, so the seawater seal will be more inside on a fresh part of this surface. This groove really doesn't look that bad. So first the ring goes in, the shim. And instead of in between the two seals, it goes directly in here. So that seal won't touch at the same place. Part number of the seal. Okay, again the lip of the seal outwards. So that is seawater, so it goes in like this with the seal down. Always look closely if there's no sand or whatever in between this, because that can ruin the whole thing. Some grease. This side is the oil side, lip of the seal this way. Also this thing, check everything again. No grease in the bearing because it's oil bath. No sand. Everything clean. A little bit of grease on it just to help it along. And then very carefully back. Last part, placing back the propeller. As you can see, we cleaned up the hub and the propeller blades. This looks neat and nice again. First the new anodes. Then the lock ring, little bolt, lock bolt. Put the lock back in place. This groove at the side of the bolt hole. Always go with a little bit of grease, always good. And then those special bolts into the hole. Number 2. They should grip onto each other in the same position, otherwise you have a problem. Looks like new. Isn't that fantastic? And that was the second one. And now the finishing touch. These things, the last anodes, they were really shot, so it was really necessary to put new ones in. I don't think these are original ones. There's no YANMAR on this one. Made in Genova. Okay. It's not that important. It's just anodes, right? As long as it's the right material. And that's it. Well, that was the last part that needed to be replaced on the propellers. And the job is done. Looks nice. works nice. I only need to fill up the sail drive with oil, and then we're good to go. No, we're not good to go, but then this is ready. And even though I maybe didn't do everything according to the book, I hope this video gives you some useful information, at least how everything looks, what parts come off, what parts need to go back. By the way, there were no parts left, no bolts, no nuts, whatever, so that's good. And hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.